We continue with this special edition from Mac Media Days, Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. We are pleased to be joined by Lance Taylor, head coach of the Western Michigan Broncos. Coach, appreciate it. 4-8 in your first season, so heading into your second year, you return a lot. 8 on offense, 8 on defense. How does what you built last year, how can you move on from that? How can you even improve on that?
Yeah, well, that's the goal and expectation, is to take that next step and take a leap this year. You know, we return a lot of guys. As I went through the roster this offseason, we returned 26 guys who have started games for us over the last season. And so, we've got a core group of leadership who understand the culture and expectation that we built last year and the standard. And they've taken ownership in that, and the buy-in has been at an all-time high. So I'm really excited about what we've done this offseason with our staff, also bringing in, some portal players in high school recruiting. We've done a great job, and our returning players have really taken that ownership and accountability to take us to the next step.
So if you look back at where you were this time last year as to where you are now, how big of a jump has it been?
Leap year. Last year it was swimming. First year head coach, every day is new. But also for the players and coachings, our staff, every day was new. They were trying to learn what my expectation, how do we practice, how do we meet, how do we travel? All those things were new. Now they can take ownership in that because they understand my expectations, what the standard is, and they've taken accountability in that to help grow that and help the young players and incoming players understand what our standard is.
So when people watch Western Michigan under Coach Taylor, what do you want them to see? What do you want people, fans or alumni to walk away saying, this team is?
Yeah, I want to play fast and physical and play simple and sound. That was my challenge to our coaching staff this offseason. I don't care if we run one play on offense, one play on defense. Let's master. Let's own the details. If we allow our players to play fast, we've got really talented players that have played a lot of football. They trust each other, and if we help them out, put them in great position from a schematic standpoint where they're not thinking, limit the communication, let them play smart and fast, we can win a lot of football games, I believe.
So 8 back on offense. What type of offense do you expect to have this year?
An explosive offense. That was one of the things that we really addressed last offseason. Thought we did a great job running the football. We knew that we wanted to revamp our pass game, especially play-action pass game. But we needed, explosive playmakers with speed on the outside. We went and addressed that, through recruiting. The coaching staff did a phenomenal job addressing those needs, and we've added some key pieces. When you look up front, listen, football is a game that's owned by the line of scrimmages, offense and defense. Offensively, we're returning 4 or 5 starters. There's 7 guys who've started football games for us at some point, and so we've got a veteran group up front. We ran the ball really well. We've got the returning, MAC Freshman of the Year and Jalen Buckley at running back. We've got a deep group there. Hayden Wolf is our quarterback, and he has been a great leader and unifier of our offense. One, the way he prepares and the time that he spends studying the game and the little things that he does has helped rub off on his teammates, and he brings them along with him. He gets the skill guys together and spends time watching film and extra throwing sessions, and those things weren't happening. They've taken ownership in that, so that's where it's exciting. And again, they've helped take that to the next level because of the ownership, knowing that it's their team.
I'm going to flip sides of the ball, and you got 8 back on defense that are listed as starters. I know there's more that have started games. What do you expect to be on defense?
Yeah, we've got a new defensive coordinator in Scott Power. I thought he did an excellent job in the spring. Again, simple, sound, so that we can play fast and violent. And, he has matched his scheme to our personnel and what we do well, and I think that's what a good coach does. It's not about your scheme or what you like to run, but really assessing what players you have and what they can be great at and putting them in position to be successful. We're returning our top 4 tacklers from last year. There's 6 guys who started or played in all 12 games, so there's a ton of guys coming back, and we also added some key pieces that are going to really help us, in the portal.
Lance Taylor, appreciate the time very much. Best of luck to the Broncos this season.
Go Broncos.
Lance Taylor, head coach of Western Michigan. We're going to take a quick time out on this special edition of Sports for CLE. When we return, we'll hear from a couple of the Broncos players. It's a special edition of Sports for CLE from the Mac Media Football Days. Stay with us. Special edition of Sports for CLE continues from the MAC Football Media Days. We're pleased to be joined by a couple of Western Michigan Broncos, Hayden Wolf, Damari Roberson, quarterback linebacker. Hayden, let's start with you. Coach had mentioned just some of the things that you are doing, getting position guys together, throwing and doing a lot of the extra work. How much more comfortable are you this year as opposed to last?
Yeah, I've spent a year at Western now, so I think just being a little more comfortable, being in the building, being around the guys, the relationships that I've built, the trust that those guys have in me and vice versa. So I'm definitely a lot more comfortable now, and all it goes back to relationships. We talk a lot about family. Forget about me, I love you. It's one thing that Coach Taylor talks about heavily in our meetings and, within our team. So I just think the relationships that I've built here is as strong as the ones that I built in 4 years, at Old Dominion. So, even just a year at Western, I feel very confident in, the relationships that I have and the friends that I've made.
Damari, you're one of 8 starters returning on the defensive side of the ball. I want to look at this so I get it right. 68 tackles, 34 solos. A linebacker, so you're getting behind the line of scrimmage. Describe your game to me. Coach called you the human hit stick. So tell me how you like to play.
It's kind of, I would say it's kind of a balance. I like to be in the box a little bit, and I also like to cover a little bit. So I'm kind of a hybrid, I would say. That's why I'm kind of the nickel out there on the island, as they say.
So there's some versatility to that as well, though. 8 guys coming back. How good can this defense be?
Oh, we can be legendary. It's defense about trusting the person next to you and knowing the person next to you. So, and I think our defense, we played a lot of football together and we know each other's tendencies and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a great year for us.
8 guys on offense as well. That comfortability, second year here. How good can you be on offense? What do you like about this offense?
Yeah, same thing. We return a lot of guys, and like Coach Taylor said, it all starts up front. I feel very fortunate to be able to play behind such a veteran group. Jake Gideon, Addison West, all those guys up front have played, a ton of football games. I would assume that we were probably one of the most experienced offensive lines in the MAC, and that's huge. Just being able for those guys to pave the way for us, in the backfield. We want to run the ball, and eventually that'll build, pass game and things like that, our play action shots and all that type of stuff. So, it all starts up front with us, and I'm excited and grateful that we have those guys.
If this offense is running the way you expect it to, what do you think we'll see Saturdays and Thursdays, whenever it is that you're on the field?
Yeah, it'll be a good change of pace from last year. Different run game, techniques, and our vertical passing game is going to be different this year. Last year we kind of got complacent in shorter passes and just playing in tempo. I think we'll do a good job this year mixing tempo and huddling and play action shots and different variations of our run game. So, I think we'll be, very versatile in what we do. And, I'm excited that, Coach Bell has kind of given me the opportunity to run some of our run game, if we're not in the right look, getting a check or something like that. So it's very pro style, and, I'm excited to kind of take that leap into it.
Damari, new defensive coordinator, Coach was talking about. What is this defense, and what do you like about this defense? Maybe that's a better way to ask it.
I like that because our old defense, we played a lot of man. And, at times that can get hard. That can get real hard. So, just the coverages that we're in, we play a lot more cover 3, and being able to see the quarterback, read the quarterback, and be able to play off the quarterback it's way easier to play defense when you play it that way.
What do you think we'll see on the field? What type of defense will we see?
We'll see aggressive, fast, flying to the ball, a lot of energy. And overall, just a sound defense.
What about confidence level? You guys both kind of seem like you think this can be a pretty special year for Western Michigan. How confident are you this year? And take me through what you like about this group.
Yeah, I think, for me personally, this is the most experienced team I've ever been a part of. And this is year 6 for me, as it is for a lot of guys in our team. Kind of going down the line, especially on offense, we've got 9 guys who are in their last year, 10 guys, whatever that is, who have all played a lot of football. So for me personally, just being able to experience that with, guys, all of us going into our last year, our potential last year, I think for us, if we just focus on winning each week, we don't want to look too far ahead. Obviously, we have goals and stuff that we talk about as a team, but if we could just win each week, do what it takes every day at practice, every day during fall camp, if we can kind of build and stack days, I think we'll be happy with our end result in December.
Damari, some question for you. What do you like about this team, and how confident are you?
I just like how close we are. I've been at Western for 6 years now, and I've seen a lot of football. I've seen a lot of teams, and it's just the camaraderie of the team. Like if you actually know the person's why to the left and to the right of you, it'll make you work turn it to a different level. So I just think the guys that we're around, we actually care about. As far as the defense, I can tell by the offense, we care about each other. We want to see each other succeed. It's not a one-man show. Like we need everybody to do their job to be where we want to be at.
Damari Roberson, Hayden Wolf, appreciate the time, guys. Best of luck to the Broncos in 2024. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
You.
Appreciate it.